Welcome everyone. We are starting our unit 2 and our first lecture is on a cosmological principle. In this lecture we are going to see introduction about the cosmological principle, what is the statement of the cosmological principle, and what is the logic behind in developing this cosmological principle, and some evidences that proves the cosmological principle. So in today's lecture we discuss simply cosmological principle. So we firstly see what is meant by the cosmology. As in the first unit we have known about the what is cosmology. The cosmology is nothing but the study of the beginning and the evolution of physical universe. That is, in this cosmology we study about the how the universe is formed and what are the development that we can see today, what is our present universe look like. Okay, so that all things we study in a cosmology, and we have some of the theories which believes that there is a beginning of the universe, which we called it as a Big Bang theory. So Big Bang theory was believed that the universe is created and eons ago, that is many years ago our universe will be created. And contrary to this, there are other theories which do not trust in the birth of the universe. That is, as like a Big Bang theory trusts in the birth of the universe, that is at some years ago our universe will be formed by the, in Big Bang theory it says that our universe will be formed or created from an explosion where the temperature was very high, and due to the explosion the universe will be formed and the temperature will be decreases continuously. That is, our universe will be cooling down. So this will be in the Big Bang theory, and from this way our universe will be formed. But there are some contrary to this, that there is no birth of the universe, and on a large scale our universe remains unchanged. So this will be stated in a cosmological principle. The cosmological principle, the hypothesis of this cosmological principle is that at any given time the universe looks the same to all observers. That is, our universe, for every other observers, if he look at the galaxies or other galaxies, he looks all the galaxies will be same. Okay, so according to this principle we have, accordingly an observer in a galaxy shall see all other galaxies moving with the velocities obeying the same rule. That is, our galaxies, if we see for example, if we see there are some galaxies which is, if we locate this like this, okay, so they are located, that is we have this all were galaxies, but after some time this were scattered, or we can say their distance will be increases. Okay, it will be like this. So their distance will be increasing, means the galaxy in the center will be spreading all other galaxies in the equal distances. So what we have seen, their distance, that is position, will be changing, but they are looking will be as like same as previously. Okay, so what the he says, accordingly an observer in a galaxies shall see all other galaxies moving with a velocity obeying the same rule. That is, here are these galaxies and we see these are the position of other galaxies, then they are moving apart from each other with the same distance. Okay, so what we have to say, that all other galaxies are spreading or scattering in the same distance with the same velocity from each other. So observer will see that the universe will be looking same. That is, it is not changing on a large scale point of view. And this formulation, that is, this leads to the formulation of the Hubble's law. What the Hubble's law is, that we will take this in another lecture, next lecture. So this Hubble's law is nothing but our galaxies are moving with the velocities, with the same velocities, and it is directly proportional to their distance between them. So what the Hubble's law states, that the relative speed of any two galaxies is proportional to the distance between them. Okay, so there is one theory which supports the cosmological principle, which is nothing but the steady state theory, which is an example of such a theory, that it does not, that is, this steady state theory supports the cosmological principle, means that it is the steady state theory says that our universe is look same on a large scale point of view, but the steady state theory does not support the birth of the universe. That is, when it is formed or created, it is same at now. Okay, so there are two it will be says that in a previous years there are two cosmologists were divided into two groups. First one which support the steady state theory, and next group, that is another group, will support the Big Bang theory. That is, cosmologists were divided in two groups, one which supports the birth of the universe, and the another group which does not support the birth of the universe. And so both were supposed that the universe will be look same, alike on a large scale point of view. So what are the conclusion of our cosmological principle? The conclusion, that is, the cosmological principle is an hypothesis which states that all positions in the universe are essentially equivalent. That is, all the positions of the universe were equivalent. And it says that is, on a large scale point of view, about 10 to the power 8 light years, the universe is spatially homogeneous and isotropic. So what it means, that we have assumed some assumption before studying the cosmology, is that our universe should be homogeneous and isotropic. We require this. So in this cosmological principle, it supports the same, that our universe is homogeneous and isotropic. And the large scale means it is up to 10 to the power 8 light years. So light years means that this is we count the distance in light years. Okay, so this is a distance, that is 10 to the power 8 light years, means this is a distance, and we count the distance between two galaxies or between any other galaxies from our galaxy in a light years. So this cosmological principle implies the two conditions, that our universe is same at every point, and the second one, that an observer finds the universe same from any point. That is, if we look at any point on a large scale point of view, our universe will be same, and any other observer which is observing the universe from any direction, okay, from any direction, that we take in the isotropic condition, that is isotropic assumption, where from any direction we see, our universe should be equivalent. So in second condition, we have an observer find the universe same from any point. Okay, it will be taken as an example if we look at from the window from our room, and our room should be a galaxy, and if we are looking outside the window, which is another galaxy, so from seeing from the window, the view will be same, and if we see from another window, then the look will be same. Okay, so from the large scale point of view, we can take this as an example, that from the large scale point of view, if we look at from one galaxy to other galaxies, or from any one galaxy to any other galaxy, the galaxies will be look same. Okay, so this is on a large scale point of view, we take this. So what we noted that here, it should be noted that the cosmological principle is not valid on a small scale. Okay, the dimension of the universe, that is small scale dimension of the universe. For example, in solar system we cannot see that the sun will be equivalent to the earth or any other planet will be equivalent to the earth, right? So in a solar system, or if we look only in one galaxy, so what we say, it is not isotropic or it is not homogeneous on a small scale point of view, that is inside the solar system or in a galaxy. So we support the cosmological principle only for the large scale point of view. And what is the logic behind developing this principle? So the rationale behind the principle is the fundamental assumption of the indefinite repeatability of physical experiment. That is, if we do some experiment, right, in a laboratory, so what we required in a laboratory, we make some conditions to successfully satisfy our experiment. We make around some physical environment. Okay, so our time and position may change, but the condition inside the laboratory will not change. Okay, so what we say that during the experiment, all the conditions of laboratory are under control except the position of a laboratory and also the time of the experiment. So there will be changes, but all other conditions will be under control. And hence we say that since the position of lab in the universe is continuously changing, at each moment the outcome of the physical experiment should not depend on any particular position of a lab, right? Because our experiment will be true if it is giving the same result, same outcome when we do that experiment at any position at any time. That we say that the physics law will be hold at any position or at any time, then that laws will be true. Okay, so in the same case, we are saying about the cosmological principle that our universe or galaxies, if we look from other galaxies, look towards the another galaxies, then they are look alike. So this will not be changed. So the same condition that we follow from this from the experimental view in a laboratory. Okay, and these experiments were done in a space station. That space stations are nothing but the spacecraft that we launch in our atmosphere to study some detailed study of scientific study. So that is their laboratory's position will be changed, but the laws should be same. Okay, so the outcome will be same. So this logic will be taken in developing this principle. So it must lead, what this experiment will lead, it must lead to the same law at all point in the universe. Okay, and this indefinite repeatability of physical experiment demands a certain structure of the universe. Okay, that is, if we require some conditions which is under control, but our position and time will be changing, but the law should be same, it will give the same outcome. Okay, and therefore this repeatability of physical experiment will give that our universe will be homogeneous and isotropic on a large scale. So we decide that from this cosmological principle, the structure of the universe, and the structure of the universe will says that it is homogeneous and isotropic on a large scale point of view. And in the next we see some of the observational evidences. So first evidence is in a nebula, that distribution of matter in a nebula. Okay, so distribution of matter in a nebula, and it supports the cosmological principle. What is the nebulae? Nebulae is nothing but the cluster of clouds where it contains hydrogen and dust, and where some fresh stars will be formed in the nebulae. Okay, that is, there is a birth of some fresh star will be created in a nebulae. So in this nebulae, the distribution of matter will support the cosmological principle, and this distribution will give the observational evidence that our universe will be homogeneous. Okay, so it is given by the constant C f equals to 0.6 m minus log of 10 n of m, where m is less than 18, and when m is lesser than 18, it gives us strong evidence of the correctness of the assumption of homogeneity. So this distribution of matter in nebulae will give our first assumption that our universe is homogeneous. So here in this constant C, where f is the measure of deviation of actual distribution of nebulae, m the apparent magnitude of nebulae, and n of m the number of nebulae brighter than m. And the second evidence, which is about the isotropic, will be found in the cosmic microwave radiation. So these are the two evidences that were done by the cosmologists, where we can see the cosmological principle will be supported, and these two will give the first one, that is the distribution of matter in the nebulae will give a homogeneity, and cosmic wave radiation will give the evidence of isotropy in the universe. Okay, and now we say that as in the first statement of the cosmological principle, we suppose that the cosmological principle we state at any given time the universe look the same to all observers. So we are taking at any given time. We are not taking at any time, that is at all the time. Okay, so at any given time we look at the galaxy, our galaxy will be look same, but we are not taking all the time. So there is a generalization of the cosmological principle, which stated here that the cosmological principle is generalized to an hypothesis of perfect cosmological principle. So the perfect cosmological principle states that the universe appears same from all points in the universe and all time. Means our perfect cosmological supports that our universe will be look same or appear same at any point, at all the points, and at all the time. Means if we are looking at any time or at all the time, it will be same. Okay, so this will be seen in a perfect cosmological principle, that is generalization of cosmological principle. And now for the present status of the cosmological theory, the steady state theory, which based on cosmological principle. That is steady state theory which support the cosmological principle, but it is not all satisfactory because it does not trust in the birth of the universe, right? Because as we have stated further that about the steady state theory, that it does not support the birth of the universe, and therefore it is further it is falsified. Means it is not true is proven by this evidence that black body radiation observed by Penzias and Wilson in 1965. So the black body radiation, that is the radiation or that we see that this will be come from due to because of the hot temperatures. We see some of the radiation which is coming from very long distance, and therefore we see that there is a birth of the universe very eons and eons ago, and therefore because of this evidence we say that the steady state theory does not support the cosmological principle, but and therefore we support the Big Bang theory. So in this way we discuss about the cosmological principle, and in short our cosmological principle just say about our assumptions that our universe should be homogeneous and isotropic. That is, we see the universe, it is look like the same at any time and from any direction, okay, which is on a large scale point of view. So we have concluded now about the cosmological principle, and in the next lecture we study about the Hubble's law. That Hubble's law is related with the velocities of the galaxies moving apart, and these velocities were directly proportional to the linear distance between them. So we stop here now. Thank you everyone.